There is a lot of tracks that you can buy on iRacing, so how do you know which ones to get? Whether you've been on the service for a long time and you have heaps and you're trying to get the most value out of your next buys, or if you're brand new and you don't know which ones to pick, because some get used way more than others. So this is how I do it. On the screen, I've worked out, we'll break down exactly how I go about it shortly, but these are the ones that come up the most this season. So if you just want the freaking answer, you can grab it right now and run, and you've got what you come for. So Sebring comes up 12 times. I counted. I've just gone through this quickly. If you have that, well, then you can just work your way down the list. Atlanta comes up 12 times. Nürburgring, keep in mind that a lot of the time they use the full layout, which includes the Grand Prix circuit and includes the Nordschleife itself. So you actually need to buy 2 tracks in one. Keep that in mind. And you get the idea. Algarve comes up 11, Imola 8, Spa, Suzuka, Bathurst, America. For this season, a lot of these tracks come up a lot. Most seasons. They kind of cycle through. But there's your answer. How did we get here? So these are the categories that I've jotted down. The ones that I found interesting. If there's a category that you like, just let me know in the comments. It's super easy. I can tell you which ones come up as well, and you just add them to the list here. For instance, we have the production series as D class. It uses the cars of the MX-5 and the 86. So you kind of get an idea how this this bloody shit show of a spreadsheet works. F4 D class. I haven't even bought that yet. Ferrari. So all these are the Formula cars and sports cars that I thought may be interesting. I just want to look at the tracks and how often the cars can be used across the series as well, just quickly, but we're just going to talk about tracks mostly today. Sprint cars and NASCAR are a little bit easier. NASCAR follows the actual season, so you know well ahead of time what tracks that they go to each season and are locked in for multiple seasons. And sprint cars, well, generally you've got like the 360 series that most people do, or the 410s, maybe like the the more unique cars there, but generally there's not as many to choose from as the road series. And keep in mind that especially when you're new and you're trying to not give iRacing all of your money, just most of it, you actually want to do 8 of the 12 seasons, so 8 of the 12 races per season. So what happens is you do 1 week is the Hockenheim for Porsche. Now we're on the Brands Hatch because you started week 2. And if you do one event and do 50% of the laps each week, so one race, 50% of the laps minimum, then if you get 8, you actually get credits built up to a maximum of 10. I think it's like, if it's C-Class, it's like, I'm guessing, it's been a while since I've been on the service. I've been back on the sim. $2 to $3 per category. Either way, if you do 3 or so I used to try and do, you get your $10, which is pretty much a free track every season. So keep that in mind. Alright. How did I get this? Back on the iRacing service, you can pick on anything. Let's say that you are a freak and absolutely love the Dallara Formula car. I purchased this back in the day because all the hype train of when they release new crazy cool looking cars, which have only got one sign up. So a lot of the time this one doesn't pop, unfortunately, and you want to make sure you don't jump on the bandwagon like that with cars. Look at the schedule. I wrote down which ones they go to, and we have our list like this. I then have gone through and highlighted every track that is not part of the free built-in iRacing stuff. So you see these 2 cars here are not highlighted because they're both free. The F4 is not free. You got to buy it, so it's highlighted. And then we get our lists, and then I just worked out which ones come up the most. With that in mind, if you are brand new, then you're also going to need some vehicles to race, because as you can see, all these, the options that you have for them, past like rookie, they want you to start buying. So some easy takeaways from this is, for instance, a GT3 car. So you'll see GT3 comes up in the B class races. There's an IMSA A class race that has a GT3, and the Ferrari D class is a 1 make series. It's been here for as long as I've been on the sim, on the iRacing here. It's always a Ferrari car. They do update it every few years, and then if you have to rebuy the car. But for anyone that's brand new, if you're coming through and you like doing D-class races, you like quick 15-minute sprints, I believe it's 15. 296 Ferrari is always good because then you can get it, your use out of it here. You can also get use out of it when you get to A-class, and you get the idea. Some of the other cars double up a little bit. GT4, you could buy a GT4. Now, any of the GT4s, for example, back here, let's find GT4. It's called the Falcon GT4 Challenge Fix D-Class. And you can see Cayman GT4, BMW M4. Take your pick there. So I've quickly just added some cars to the list, but one final time, breaking it down for the tracks. Let's say you've come in here, you want the most value you can get for this whole next 3 months, which is the seasons when it comes to road, across Formula cars and sports cars. Let's say you own Sebring. So that's gone. Okay, do it. Delete, delete. Let's say you own Imola. That's gone. And that's it. You got none of these other tracks, okay? Let's say you've got Bathurst. So what you want to do is now just work down your order if you want the most value. Keep in mind, you can just buy the ones that you find the most interesting as well. If you watch a race on YouTube of someone racing on Suzuka and you're like, whoa, that track looks insane. Well, you want to get the tracks that have a mixture of ones you find really interesting, as well as you get your value from. A lot of these tracks are solid choices. They come up most seasons that I've seen. So you would have your choice of Atlanta, Nürburgring, which is 3-part track, and you're like, that's good. But wait, you need to also remember that if you buy in bundles, you get discounts. I'll pin as a comment if I remember. But I believe, unless it's changed, I think you buy 2 tracks, you save 5 or 10%. And if you buy 4 tracks or more, you save like 20%. When your catalog of tracks and you have enough, I think it's like 40% of everything they offer, then you always get the 20% off no matter what. Single buys, doubles, triples, if you bought 10 at once. So don't go and buy 2 tracks and then the week later buy another track when you can just kind of wait, save up a little bit, and then bundle buy. And you'll know this works because when you add them to the cart, you go check out, you'll see discounts already automatically applied. You don't have to use codes or any of that stuff. So what I'll do is you got 1, 2, 3. You want to get that 4th one, bang, we pick Algarve as well. Okay, as well as both versions of the Nürburgring. I hope that helped with the track buy. Cars that are really good picks always. 296 Ferrari, a GT Fur, and I don't have it, haven't raced it, but this new Ligia, which is new to me because while I wasn't on here, it's comes up a few times as well. Keep in mind, you can always buy, or here we've got GTP cars as well. I need to just clarify with what are LMP2, LMP3, whatever. So the prototype cars can be super fun as well. Can be tough to drive because they're so quick. You come unstuck big time. But yeah, one of the prototypes, a GT4 and a Ferrari. If you already have an active service, jump on and just make sure the same car is used multiple times. And the ones that are always fun, all right? 992 Porsche, always a very busy, high volume sign-ups. People love this. I love it. It's my favorite car. There's no traction control, wild, heaps of sign-ups, cool tracks, and yeah, you're good to go. The only downside is none of them, they know it's popular, none of them are the free ones really. So 992 Porsche. And personally for me, one that really sticks out, because I don't mind the F3 class, is the new Super Formula Lights. Keep in mind with buying new cars, just wait, don't jump on it straight away. I'll recommend, you can do whatever you want with your own wallet, but just make sure they're getting consistent signups and don't fall off like the Brazil stock cars did and like the Dallara Formula IR also did. I've been gone for 2 years. If you want to know exactly what happened with that, you can click up on that video right there. It'll answer everything.